The 7 deadly sins. 7 of the most evil forces of mankind that you don't want to go up against. Better yet, forces of evil that you do not want to possess. If I told you that in Marvel Rivals, the 7 deadly sins actually exist within that game too. I know what you're thinking.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
You're probably one of them. 7 deadly sins: wrath, envy, pride, sloth, gluttony, lust, and greed. Depending on who you play and who you main, you may fall into one of these categories. Continue to watch, and I will explore why you are a part of the Marvel Rivals 7 deadly sins. With the first sin, we're going to start with the most powerful, or at least the most deadly: pride. If you main this hero within Rivals, you are 9 out of 10 representing the sin of pride, and that is Spider-Man main. Why, you may ask, Spider-Man mains fall into pride? Because you have way too much pride to swap off whenever you're going negative. My good man, you are 0 and 11. Please swap off. But you know what they say, anyone can wear the mask. It's just in this case, you are the one that decide to wear the mask and can't take it off either. Never ask a Spider-Man main to switch. It's not because they're scared. It's not because they can't play other characters, but because they're so for certain that the mask is meant and made for them, and their pride will destroy not only you as a person, but also your game as well. This is why Spider-Man, or at least Spider-Man mains, best represent the sin of pride. Next, the sin of sloth. The main that best represents the sin of sloth is Squirrel Girl mains. Why, you may ask? Because your laziness, your impediments, I don't know if it's even a word, but it is now. Your impediments prevents you from actually being active and learning a character that requires skill. You're too lazy. You say, you know what? I could play the game. I could aim. I could die. I could do something that requires skill. But nah, I'm gonna throw my nuts at people over and over and over again from a random distance, and not even I know where I'm throwing it. There was other characters that could have potentially been in this slot, such as Scarlet Witch, but I feel like the Scarlet Witch actually slightly requires more skill than Squirrel Girl. That may be an argument. If you do want to argue that, please do it in the comment section down below. But for now, I'm going to say Squirrel Girl mains best represent the sin of sloth. But don't get me wrong, I can also be lazy. I can also be filled with the sin of impediments. But I do not main Squirrel Girl. But if you're a Squirrel Girl main, you know what you are. Your sloth, your laziness destroys you. Maybe not the team, because sometimes you do need a good Squirrel Girl, but it does destroy your ability to learn a character that requires more skill. It can also help you as a player evolve and climb rank. Have fun being stuck in gold, buddy. Next sin. Oh, this sin gets me a little bit nervous, y'all. The sin of wrath. There was a lot of characters I could have picked from this, but the character that I feel like represents wrath the best would be Penny Main. I know what you may be thinking. How can Penny Mains possibly represent wrath? Because your anger, your hatred, your abominable wrath that you have for divers cannot be compared to anyone else in this game. You hate Spider-Man, you hate Black Panther, you hate Iron Fist, you hate anyone that can dive so much that you made the character. Their sole purpose in this game is to ensure that you and every other player does not have any single bit of any fucking fun in the game. That is how much you hate those heroes, that you're willing to make sure that no one else has fun except for you, if you're even having fun. You're so angry. You're so tired of getting dove on. You literally fucking got a gigantic metal machine that drops bombs behind the enemy team. With a good Penny and a good team comes surrounding her, that is literally impenetrable defense. The defense that all the old heads talk about the 90s had in basketball. That is what you do because of your indomitable, uncomparable wrath that you have for players that actually want to have fun playing the game. Congratulations, Penny Man, but you best represent the sin of wrath. Next, we're going to have to explore the sin of greed. While there can be a couple characters or a couple mains that could fill the slot of the sin of greed, I fear that no one else fills that slot quite the same that Ultron does. Why, you may ask? Ultron feels the need for the sin of greed. Hey, that actually rhymes. Nice. Because his greediness, his hunger, stops his teammates from getting kills. His greed for wanting to collect all the kills himself hurts his team. Killer? Nah, that's just lame. That's just for humans. He racks up all the kills. Greedy, hungry, not acknowledging the fact that you are in need of support and your job is to heal, but so entitled to kill, so entitled of the greed that can never fill that black hole in your body that is the major desire to want to play DPS, but everyone already insta-locked, so you swap on the Ultron. You feel the need to take everyone else's kills, even though it is not needed. And by you, Ultron main, I'd also be me. Not really me, because I don't main Ultron, but when I do play support, do not ask to swap out for Ultron, because the role is boring. And I will also be along with you guys, taking away all the kills, because my greed is also incredibly hungry. And I am aware they would never fill the hole in my heart that is me wanting to play DPS but can't play because everyone already insta-locked. But you Ultron mains, if you don't know, now you know now. You best represent the sin of greed. The sin of lust. That's a dangerous one, boys. There's one character in this game that I think we all can agree that everyone's at least going to at least once. Not me. Or is it? And that would be Psylocke. Psylocke mains only play Psylocke because she is a Japanese girl with a whole lot of ass. Let me ask you a question, Psylocke mains. If you were to replace Psylocke character model with a big, burly, black, sweaty man, would you still main Psylocke to this day? Answer the question truthfully. Cut the music. Not the cameras, you dumb bitch. Every single Psylocke main definitely owns that one skin that is comic accurate that has her ass out. But you own it, not because you are a fan of Psylocke. You probably forgot Psylocke existed until Marvel Rivals dropped. Not because you are a fan of comic, but because you love seeing that sweet, juicy yonkai ass on the screen. You also bought her summer skins. Why'd you buy her summer skins? It's not because you're a fan of summer. Your favorite season is probably winter. But you want to see that big, fat, juicy yonkai badonkadonk on that screen every single time you play. As a matter of fact, are you even playing with both hands? As a matter of fact, how many times you searched our rivals on the hub? As a matter of fact, let me see your search history. As a matter of fact, give me your phone. I need to tell you what you are. You already know deep down inside that if you main Psylocke, you best represent the sin of lust. And next we have the sin of gluttony. I had a hard time figuring out who can be glutton. There was a couple of picks, but they was all pretty hard to decide. I'm going to say gluttony may be Captain America. Oh, Captain America, not Captain America, not America's ass. Yes, indeed America's ass. Why did I pick America's ass, you may ask? Because he is so hungry, so thirsty to devour everyone in the back line that he won't fall his ass back and he won't group up. But Captain America, but oh sir, oh my dear Captain, please, we need you. You're too busy diving the back line. Oh my dear Captain, please understand that Adam Warlock is not gonna die. No, Captain America's insane hunger would not allow him to fall back. He's too hungry. I can't think of a synonym for hungry, so I'm gonna say hungry again. He's too hungry to want to destroy everyone in that back. He won't stop. He won't quit. Not acknowledging that even after he destroys and eats every single person in that back line, it won't be enough to fill his hunger. It's gonna go back to the next team fight. It's gonna fuck you again and again and again and again and again. And don't ask him to swap, because switching off to another hero won't fill that hunger that is Captain America's need to eat the backline. You dirty bitch. You represent the sin of gluttony. You have one last sin left, and that is the sin of envy. But what main in this game can possibly envy? What do you mean? I think the answer is pretty clear. Come on. What's the one character in the game that wished there was a whole nother role? Reed Richards, you best represent the sin of envy. Or at least if you main Reed Richards, you are the sin of envy. Come on, be honest. You want to play tank. Why are you on DPS? Are you on DPS because tank is already insta-locked? Or do you even know why you're even on DPS in the first place? Sometimes you forget that you're not a tank, but you have this desperate desire need to want to make Mr. Fantastic a tank so bad. You're pushing in front of the tank. You're in front of the Hulk. You're in front of the Thor. You are in front of the Emma. You are in front of literally every other tank. And somehow, some way, you are succeeding in doing that. My boy, for the love of God, if you want to play tank that bad, just swap to tank. Deep down on the inside, to any Reed Richards mains, if you tell them that you are a DPS, not a tank, they probably would try to dox you, as they did not appreciate those words. There you have it, the 7 deadly sins of Marvel Rivals. If you enjoyed this video in this format, I can possibly do it to other games, such as Overwatch. Let me know in the comment section down below, who's your man in Marvel Rivals? And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't tell people, but it helps you too. YCC content similar to this one. You guys did subscribe me, I appreciate it a lot. If you guys didn't, I guess we'll part ways. Either way I go, I might need to keep it easy, and I'm gone. Peace.
That's all it is, man. Leap of faith.
Hundred